Are you a woman over 50? I have a myth I want to bust for you. I'm Michele Thill with Newland Wellness, and I work with women who are on their own for the first time and over 50. And today, let's talk about the myth that a woman over 50 is too old to pursue a career or to achieve any goals. I feel that is so outdated, and I'm here to help update that myth to say just the opposite. This is the time in your life where you have accumulated all this wealth, all this wisdom, all this experience, this wealth of all of this, and resilience that can help you pursue meaningful endeavors. And now that you're on your own, you have the time to do just that. This is the time where it becomes about you. How does that sound? Does that sound selfish? It's anything but. It's a necessity, because when you take care of you, you start to see how everything else falls into place. And now is the time in our lives where our best years aren't behind us, especially if you've been through divorce and recently, and it wasn't your choice. You might be feeling like your life is over. And yes, I will agree. The life you led is over. So is my life that I led. It's over. That doesn't mean the end, though. It means the beginning of a new life and new opportunities and a chance for you to put that focus and intention on you, which, if you're like most women, it's been on everybody else. We've been on the back burners. It's been about our husbands. It's been about our kids. It's been about our parents. And now our husbands are out of the way. Our parents may no longer be physically with us, and our kids are grown and doing their own thing. So what does that leave for you to do? That leaves so much for you to do, not just to wait around for grandkids so you could take care of the grandkids like you took care of your kids. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that doesn't need to be your only focus. Now is the time for you to discover what lights you up. It's a time for you to rediscover you and what you're all about at this stage in your life. I've been down this road. I have been divorced now for 10 years. And I remember in the beginning how scary it was, how unsure it was. I'm coming to you from my kitchen for a reason, because I was a homemaker turned business owner. I didn't come from the corporate world like so many of the people in the coaching field have done. I came from the home. I was a homemaker. And if you would have ever told me that I would be talking to you now on social media, that I would be a board certified health and wellness coach, that I would go through a year-long training and then go through an extra certification, and that I would be owning my own business. My gosh, it was all about my family and never about me. I was just on the sidelines, and now I'm in the front lines, and I'm here to tell you, I'm here to invite you to step out, to Come out of that familiar zone of how things have always been and discover what now could be. Could this be you volunteering? You know, maybe there's an organization you're passionate about that you didn't have much time to ever focus on, that now you could play a role in. Or maybe you might even want to start some sort of a foundation on a small scale because you see the need to help people. And now you have the time and talent and ability to do so. Maybe it's you learning a new skill, something that you've always wanted to do that you just figured, oh, why bother? But it would light you up to do that. Maybe it's pursuing a long-held dream that you've had. What did you want to be when you were a little girl? What dreams did you have that maybe now you could make in some form a reality? Let me give you an example of this. When I was a young girl, I had two things that I would really fantasize about. One was being a homemaker. Honestly, I so much wanted to be a mom and a stay at home, raise my kids, take care of my family. I was modeling that after my own mother, who was a stay at home mom, and I just loved that idea. And I did get to live that dream, which I am so grateful for. Even though my life has changed, what happened can never change. It happened, and I'm grateful. Another dream that I used to have when I was a child was to be a singer. I wanted to be on stages singing. And one day, one of the mentors I followed asked us to dig in deeper as to why we wanted that childhood dream at that time. And I thought about it, and I thought, you know, the singers that moved me most, not only when I was little, but as I grew, were those that made an impact, that moved people with their words. And then I realized I am a singer, and my words are spoken, and I look to move and inspire and motivate people with my words today. What dreams have you had that you could turn into a reality in some form in your life now? You know, it might be you even starting your business like me. Who would have thought? But you know, I see women in this stage of life doing just that, reinventing themselves, rediscovering themselves at this stage. So for an example, I've noticed lately that, you know, Courtney Cox has her own line of cleaning products. Jennifer Aniston has her own company and line of hair care products, as does Brooke Shields. There are more opportunities for women our age to rise, to step in to our power, to be a part of the movement, to help this world be a better place. You want this world to be a better place? Do you feel this world isn't in such a great place now? What part can you play, big or small, in changing the world? It starts with you changing, and then you changing your world. Whatever's happening in your world and the people in your world, and being that role model, if you will. And then it expands from there. Think about how this second half of life could be your best half of life if you choose. I choose my second half of life to be my best half. And it wasn't that my first half was all that bad either. But things can always get better as I get better, as I grow and evolve. How about you? Louise Hay started Hay House at the age of 60. Think about that. And every decade, she would decide what new thing she was going to do. Whether it was, I believe dancing was part of it. I believe it was learning a new language. One I know for sure was learning technology. We have now the ability and the time to focus on ourselves, even if we're working full-time jobs, to focus on ourselves. And speaking of that, maybe you're someone at this stage of life also who's retiring. And do you think it's just about sitting back on the couch watching TV? What am I going to do with myself? Find what can you do? What would light you up? What would bring you joy and happiness? When you put an emphasis on you, everyone benefits. All the people in your world benefit because they know you're doing okay. You're a role model for that. Your kids know they don't have to worry about you. And then you can take it out into the world with your gifts and your talents and do something that can make you feel good, that can make you shine, that will help you rise. If you like what you hear, if I resonate with you, please like and follow for more. I am here for you. I desire for you now to be here for you. Until next time, be well.